Oh, yo, yo, going on, my people? What's going on? Um, just finished watching Nigeria versus Tanzania, and it ended up Nigeria 2, Tanzania 1. Now, I will be honest, I expected Nigeria to dominate Tanzania. Tanzania, in all due disrespect to them, they're not a big team, or they're not an expected team. This is the first AFCON appearance in so many years. And yet the fact that Nigeria was barely able to beat them with Ademola Lookman scoring a winning goal in early into the second half was not impressive to me. But Nigeria got the 3 points, so I am okay with that. I think most Nigerians are okay with that as long as you win your matches and you get the 3 points, which make Nigeria on top of the table. First half, I think Nigeria was very, very solid. A lot of wasteful chances by Victor Osimhen. Um, Played really well, got into the lanes. His off-ball movement was very solid. Had a disallowed goal, but if you were betting on Osimhen to score this game, then I'm afraid you lost your money, man. Because yeah, DraftKings, FanDuel, they took your money, my brother. Because Osimhen didn't score, and I know that a lot of people were expecting Osimhen to score. I mean, Mosala scored. I don't know if Cameroon has played yet. Did Brian Ubomo score? I don't think so yet. But overall, I think this was a very solid 3 points. First half, um, it was a lovely cross by Iwobi to Shemi Ajayi, who scored the goal, gave the opening goal for Nigeria, and I think Nigeria needed that so much. They needed that opportunity for them to calm themselves down, be able to have the confidence to finally push up more, score more goals. Because when it came to the counter-attacking game, Tanzania was very, very lethal. I can't lie. They had a couple chances, both first half and second half. It was few and far in between, but if they were clinical enough, this game could have ended up as 2-2. I mean, you just have to go watch the highlights or just look at those key moments. Um, it was Nigeria 1, Tanzania 0, first half going into the second half, and then right off the bat, Tanzania equalized by Mbomwa. It was a lovely goal, I can't lie. At the far post right there, slotted it in. I don't know what the defense was doing. I don't know what Zanusi was doing, but it's moments like this where like Nigeria has to wake up. Because I've been saying this for a while. The best part of the Nigerian Super Eagles football team is you having the defense and you having the offense. But yet, shockingly, Nigeria midfield was what stood out to me. Iwobi was amazing. And Moses Simon was amazing. Nigeria midfield, they played really well. I was really impressed with the midfield that Nigeria had. Um, it was 1-1, and at just 2 minutes, Lookman scoring such a beautiful goal right from outside the box, man. Another assist by Alex Iwobi. I'm like, wow, Alex Iwobi is balling, man. He's making some amazing passes. He's mm, giving the ball to the players at the right spot at the right time. The long ball passes given to Moses Simon. And 2 minutes after Tanzania equalized, Lookman scored outside the box, and it was Nigeria 2, Tanzania 1. That to me was very, very needed. It was a much needed goal that Nigeria needed. It ended up becoming the winning goal. I expected more from Nigeria, to be honest, to score more goals. I mean, you want to boost up your confidence and, help yourself out on goal difference. But of course, based on the group that Nigeria is in, I expect them to easily top the group. I mean, like, no disrespect to the rest of the group, but Nigeria has Tunisia, Uganda, and Tanzania. Like, Nigeria should easily top this group. And I think Tunisia is going to become second place, in my opinion. In about an hour, Tunisia and Uganda should be playing. I predict Tunisia to win that game. I think this is very, very good for Nigeria right now. 2-1. And I say for a couple minutes after, Nigeria kind of dominated for about 10 to 20 minutes in the second half. I think Nigeria dominated. They were able to keep the ball. The ball retention was amazing. The passes were so good. You know, Moses Simon was wrecking havoc, breaking down the defense, crossing the ball into the middle. Osimhen could not get his foot on the ball to shoot it very good. Um, there was a couple shot on target that I expected Osimhen to score, in my opinion. Akko Adams was very solid as well. Ndidi, very good. Bassi and Ajayi, very solid. I did wonder why Benjamin Frederick didn't play. Um, I was really hoping I get to see him because he's my favorite player, but I think is Benjamin Frederick injured or something? Because I really wanted him to play. I think him and Bassi have a better chemistry than Ajayi and Bassi, in my opinion. Maybe those two could have actually kept the clean sheets, in my opinion. But overall, I think this was a very good performance by the Super Eagles. Um, Not a dominant win, not a statement win that they're here to win the African tournament, but they got the 3 points and they can relax, you know. Um, Shout out to Tanzania too. Defensively, I think they were very solid. The counter attacking game was very nice, but when you are a counter attacking team, you have to be very clinical. You have to be able to take your chances because you never know when they're gonna get it. Towards the end of the game, Nigeria did the best thing that they have done all game. Keep the ball. You know, I've always said this, keeping the ball retention is another way of defense. Packing the bus, playing the mid block, playing a low block is not the only way of playing defense in football. If you can have ball retention, you can retain the ball, you can control the pace, keep the ball, pass the ball around between your defense and midfield. And if the team wants to come forward to press, then you could play a long ball to your striker or to your winger. You know, like little things like this is always a bit easy and understandable to do. And I think Nigeria, the Super Eagles, played very, very amazingly in that aspect. They did very, very good. They kept the ball. The ball retention skills were very solid. And hopefully, you know, this midfield can stand out a lot more in the upcoming games and further in the tournament. Because to me, the midfield of the Super Eagles is the weakest part of this team, in my opinion. But Iwobi, to me, was the best player for the Super Eagles. Lovely cross for Ajayi to score the opening goal. Lovely pass for Lookman to shoot outside the box. And that's exactly what Nigeria needs right now. You know, being able to make those passes, dominate the midfield. And I think that was what stood out the most for the Super Eagles, in my opinion. So you guys tell me what you guys think about the game. Um, like I said, well, it's not a dominant win, it's not a statement win, but it was a necessary 3 points for Nigeria for the Super Eagles to get the confidence that they need in the upcoming games. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go watch Tunisia versus Uganda, and let's see how that game unfolds. Peace.